Hola! Welcome back to our channel where we study, discuss, and add knowledge so that we may know more and be more. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you and we ask that you stick around because you will love it here. I want us to have today's discussion because I was labeled secretive, but I didn't think I was secretive. And I eventually realized that there is secrecy and there is privacy, and they are not the same, but they are often used interchangeably. So whilst they both have to do with keeping information from the public, they come from different angles. Secrecy is more about intentionally hiding or concealing information and has an air of mystery sometimes and connotes negativity. Whereas privacy, on the other hand, is about protecting information that one does not want to share with the public. It's more enigmatic and sometimes arouses curiosity from onlookers. Did you know that secrecy and privacy are two different concepts? Or do you also use them interchangeably sometimes? Well, I wrote down two differences that would help us distinguish the two concepts, secrecy and privacy. Let me read them to us. Privacy is used to safeguard one's personal space and maintain their autonomy. It's about choosing who gets access to your inner world. Being private is choosing to keep information, not hide the truth. Note that last line, very important. Secrecy, on the other hand, is mostly intentional, meant to conceal or deceive by withholding information that could create conflict or have a negative impact. The next difference is that privacy is a healthy boundary that is peaceful and empowering and gives you control of your own narrative, especially in today's world. Whereas secrecy stems from fear, shame, or guilt and carries the weight of being found out, causing stress and heaviness. So even from these distinctions, we can see that they are not the same. Yes, they are about keeping information away from the public, but the intentions are absolutely different. For me, I consider it a virtue to be able to decide what you want to share and what you do not want to share. Because honestly, not everyone, as we just read, should be privy to your life and the things that happen in your life. Secrecy could have the intention to deceive, because if the information is found out, then someone could get in trouble. Something could just happen that will be negative and arouse conflicts. So for instance, in a relationship, having your own savings account is privacy, but not telling your partner about your investments or debts is secrecy. You see the difference? Or choosing not to talk about your relationship till you're ready, choosing not to share that you're in a relationship with the public until you're ready, is privacy. But outrightly telling a lie and deceiving people that you're not in a relationship is secrecy. See the little differences that help us distinguish secrecy from privacy. That's what we should look at to know the intention. It's basically the intention. Why are you keeping this information? Is it for your peace? Is it to set a boundary? Is it choosing who you let into your space or not let into your space? Or is the reason why you're keeping that information because you want to deceive somebody else? Is it because it could cause conflict? Is it out of fear, out of guilt, out of shame? Those are some ways to know whether one is being secretive or being private. So let's take a moment here. Ask yourself the same questions. Why am I withholding this information? Withholding in quotes. Could it be because I just want my peace? I'm not ready to share it because I don't think it is necessary to share it. I don't think I need to tell this person or that person about it. I want to just have my autonomy about this. If that's the intention, then it should be all right, because you decide what you want to keep private and what you want to do to bring out to the public. And privacy for me is virtuous to an extent, especially today's world where there's so much oversharing. But also ask yourself, why am I concealing this information? Is it because I'm afraid of being found out? Is it because I feel like it will create conflicts? Is it because I do not want others to know that this exists? I'd rather pretend it doesn't exist. I'd rather deceive others to believe otherwise. Those are some ways you may understand whether your intention is to be private or to be secretive. I don't know if being secretive is outrightly wrong or bad. I guess it will also depend on what one is being secretive about. For example, if someone comes to tell you something and says, don't tell another person, you are bound to keep it a secret until they themselves choose to say the same thing out. Well, that's how I see it. Because if someone comes to say something to you and trusts you to keep it, then by all means, you should keep it, especially if it's not something that is detrimental to, maybe that will obstruct justice or stand in the way of executing some form of something of importance. If it's something personal they have come to trust you with as a secret, then I think in that context, you can be secretive about it. I think that also a secret can be kept when one is not particularly proud of something that they were involved in, something that they did, when they're not particularly proud of it and they rather just let it slide. If it's not hurting another person, if it's not standing in the way of another person's welfare, well-being, or peace of mind, I think in such a case, one can say, you know what, this is for me to keep and for nobody else. Now, I don't know whether that will be turned private or secret, but whatever the case is, in such a case, I believe that secretiveness can be excused. Otherwise, being private is, from my point of view, necessary in today's world. So, the bottom line is that privacy simply says, this is for me. I'm not sharing it with anybody. I'll keep it to myself. Secrecy says, I have to hide it. It must never be known. That's just how you distinguish what is private and what is secret. How's that discussion? So, I discovered that I wasn't secretive after all. I was just private. And I love being private. How about you? Tell me in the comment section if you've ever been misunderstood as being secretive, whereas we're just being private, or vice versa. Share, like, return again for another conversation. Same time next time. Adios.